pop, trap, pop punk? Let's see what the hype is all about. What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the new studio album by rapper-singer Hoodie Allen. It's called The Hype, and it's the follow-up to 2016's Happy Camper, a project that I wasn't huge on. It definitely wasn't my favorite from Hoodie, but there were some standout songs on there that I occasionally will still come back to. And obviously Hoodie has some songs in his past that I think that a lot of people have been drawn to. He really exploded onto the scene with No Interruption off of his All-American EP, still my favorite of his to this day, and I went into The Hype with some pretty decent expectations, especially after thoroughly enjoying the lead-off single, Sushi. Sushi is kind of a fun and playful track where Hoodie definitely raps, sings, and blends kind of this very poppy but really poppin' and just shiny beat with some lyrics that are kind of tongue-in-cheek, and that's what Hoodie has been known for over the years. As I've listened to his music and enjoyed it, it's been something where I come back to it because I just admire the fact that he doesn't always take everything so overtly seriously. I mean, he's having fun with his music and he definitely pushes a serious message a lot of the time, but also there's always playful lines and plenty of pop culture references to keep your ear drawn to the music and to what he's saying. Now for some, and I guess over time, it can be a bit much, especially if you're listening to these songs and you're just like hearing reference on reference on reference, but throughout The Hype, I think that for the most part he does a pretty good job at balancing himself. I'm really surprised by the wide variety of genres covered here. I mean, I wasn't kidding whenever I opened up by saying that all of those styles are represented, because there is literally a pop punk song featuring State Champs, a band, on this record. It's called All My Friends, and it's kind of fantastic, blending just obviously a full band feature here. It's not just like, oh, the vocalist from State Champs. No, this is a full band feature, and this is like a more rock-leaning song for sure, with actual drum performances, guitars, and then rapping during the verses, and then a sung chorus. It's really quite awesome, and it's a song basically talking about those who leech off of others, especially once they see that they're blowing up, and how everybody wants something from you. The album opens and closes with some cool introspective moments, Believe and Run in Circles, and I really like the piano and the way that that loops on the opening track, Believe, and how he gives us insight, and I feel like he definitely does that on a lot of his records, and I appreciate that. He's showing us where he's at and where his mentality and where his head is at the time of recording this album. And with The Hype, it seems like he's in a good place. There's definitely been changes in his life and that sort of thing, but it's all working together for the most part for good, and you can see that he hasn't dramatically been affected as a person, even though he's opening the door to new styles, like for example Know It All and obviously All My Friends. He's still the same guy. I would say the track Mad feels like the most classic Hoodie, if you will, on The Hype. It's a song where he's definitely showing us his flow, name checking, dropping some references and that sort of thing over a really smooth beat, and that's something that I can appreciate all throughout. Honestly, the instrumentals are very well crafted, and whenever I reviewed his album People Keep Talking, that was one of my biggest praises that I had, the fact that it felt like there was some actual instrumentation going on, not just a beat being laid down. And here, it doesn't just feel like, once again, he's catering to trends or anything like that, because there's such a wide audience that could be reached and different fans of different styles of music, and definitely Mad holding it down for the OG fans who are really going to want something like that from Hoodie, but he shows that he can sing as well, and I've known that since I listened to the Americoustic EP, one of my favorite things that he's ever done, and just seeing the Tulips version that's on there, that's my favorite version of that song. In fact, I like it better than the original, and it's something that I jam to quite frequently. So I was excited to see a song like Know It All drop, which it caught me off guard. I didn't know that he was going to put out an actual song where he was just more singing and getting a little bit more vibey with a track, but it works. There's a few songs towards the beginning of this record that I'm a little bit conflicted on. I'm kind of on the fence with ones like All For Me, which features Scott from Superfruit and of course Pentatonics. They're huge, and that's a big feature I feel like for him to get, and I just feel like the song's beat, which is really, really cool. I enjoy that. I like Scott on the track. I just don't know how I feel about Hoodie's verses on this, because they don't feel like they go with the flow of the song, where he's kind of rapping about picking up women and that sort of thing, and the song feels a bit more innocuous and innocent, if you will, in terms of its presentation, and I just don't feel that, like, whenever they line up, that it meshes all that well. And then right after that, we get the track with Wale called Fakin', a trap-leaning one, where I really like Hoodie on this, and he's kind of calling out people that are basically, you know, flexing on Instagram. You know, everybody's faking it, trying to get get followers, trying to get fame, trying to play it up like they have this amazing life. And I love Hoodie's part, but I really don't like Wale's verse here. I've never been a big fan of him. Getting back to the good stuff though, I have to praise the track Heartbreak, which features Goody Grace. I think this is a great jam. It's once again led by an acoustic guitar. A nice little minimal beat there, actually has like a nice skittering backing beat to it as well. And it's catchy as hell. It's something that you can instantly find yourself wanting to look up the lyrics to and kind of memorize a track like this because you get lost in the flow and the overall vibe. I really appreciate the varying lyrical content on Something Dangerous. This track in particular kind of resonates with me because it's something where I want to push myself to do some new things, especially like I wish my girlfriend was here more often. We're long distance and she'll be moving here next year, and I'm ready to go like do something, to see new things, and this track kind of preaches that message, and I like that, and it varies from what so much of rap and hip-hop is just embracing these days. Basically, there's something for everyone here. If you're into pop punk, there's the State Champs feature. If you're into Superfruit and Pentatonics, you're going to want to check out the track with Scott, All For Me. And there's a bunch of songs rolled up in between that have so many good qualities to them. And honestly, overall in this record, even though it's not the most amazing jaw-dropping project that you'll hear this year by any means, it's another solid one that you're going to want to get your ears on. And overall, I think it's going to have a pretty good shelf life to it, at least some of these songs that I could definitely see myself coming back to over time. I do hope you guys will check this out. I will put a link to stream it in the description down below. Thanks again for Hoodie letting me hear the album early, and for me personally, I'm going to give The Hype a 3.5 out of 5. What did you guys think of Hoodie Allen's latest project? Let me know in the comments section down below. Please smash the like button on this video, and if you'd like to see my last Hoodie Allen review, you can tap right over here. Another rap review right over here. All of my socials are in the description down below. My Patreon's in the corner, and I'll see you very soon right here on ARTV.